Hey, witches.
Hi, hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Zodiacs. Today,
Not to be confused with the Killers or Academy.
today we're going to be talking about Leo. And for the Leo in my life, she would like everyone to know that Leos are very, very anxious. And I was like, okay, I'll let everyone know. I feel like it's just you, but okay. But as, as I was reading a little bit on this, there's a little part in here where I was just like, that could show up as anxiety. I could see that. But anyway, so
And this is Chloe,
there's a
yes.
little, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's Chloe. Um, so here's a little overview for you. So the Leo zodiac dates are July 23rd to August 22nd. Their symbol is the lion, obviously Leo. They are a fixed fire. Their ruling planet is the sun. They are part of the fifth house. Their mantra is I will. Their body part is the heart. Their colors are gold and purple. And their tarot card means strength. So, a lot of people know Leo as like the center of attention, confidence, courage, all of that kind of stuff. And yes, that's kind of true. They make a big impression. They come into your face and they're just like, here I am. And this is all you're going to get. Nothing less, nothing less. Maybe a lot more. And you'll see a lot of Hollywood actors and actresses that are Leos just because of that. I don't like saying that they don't shy away from the limelight because I feel like that's very like attention seeking, attention whore kind of like ideation. I don't like that. I feel like that's very negative thinking. I feel like they're very confident, and that's a better way to say it.
Yeah.
Um, but Leos are known to have a flair for the dramatic and the flair for um, the limelight. So they're very talented, and that's I think why you see it's a lot of Leos in Hollywood. Um, but yes, so Leo symbolism in the myth. So the zodiac symbol is the lion again. So it's named for the stellar constellation. This sign corresponded to by the astrologers of the old world. The astrological symbol of the lion goes back to Greek mythology, when it was associated with the lion that Hercules overcame in a heroic mythological battle. Since then, it is a symbol of victory, pride, and courage. So the constellation of Leo contains many bright stars, one of which is called Regulus, which means the little king, and lends some of the magical and regal connotations to the lion's sign. In Latin, lion means Leo. In Latin, Leo means lion, becoming the official name for the sign in Western astrology through translations of ancient astrological texts. So, obviously, for the Western or like the northern hemisphere, um the season that the Leo is summer, because it begins on July 23rd, which we're filming this on July 7th. It is not here just yet, it's on its way. um when is this going to be uploaded? July 20th. You know what, you got 3 days. um So it's the middle and, at the height of summer in the northern hemisphere. So it is hot. This is the time of year when the sun, which is the planetary ruler of Leo, is at its most potent strength and, heat and light. So it radiates proud solar confidence, heartfelt courage, and is linked to the celebration of the fruits of summer. It is one of the fixed signs of the zodiac. So, all who hold an elemental energy of endurance and stability in the center phase of the four seasons. Leo begins the middle of this and the height of summer. The symbolic source of the signs assured, well established, and sustained confidence. because, Cancer can't be that way or Gemini can't be that way. Um, their element is fire. So it is the lightest and brightest element of them all. Thought by ancient astrologers to be akin to the divine light of the stars and the vital life giving rays of the sun. So Leo's affinity for leadership, performance, self promotion, and courage are kindled in the fire element. I need a drink. Okay. I'm actually going through this a lot faster than I expected. I am really sorry.
No, that's great.
15-minute lesson, y'all. um, so for Leo planetary rulership, the domicile of the sun. So in classical astrology, the sun only ruled one sign, and it is the natural planetary ruler of Leo. So here, the sun has full affinity and potency in this regal, radiant archetype, being able to be as proud, performative, and vital of a planetary force as it likes to be. With the sun at the center of our solar system, it puts lions in the center of life in the middle of their families and communities. And I kind of like that just because when you, um, not necessarily like Disney based, but like when you think of like lions out in the wild, they are all part of like a pack. And they are, I'm not saying the center of life, but they are at the top of the food chain, at least in their location. Um, so it's kind of true. The sun in Leo is found in the charts of courageous, often dramatic, and artistic people that do not mind taking leadership or being in the limelight. In more modern psychological forms of astrology, the sun is connected to our core ego expression. So it's giving people with this sun sign a reputation for having a strong, well-developed sense of self. Um, well, I love this self surety. I wish I had that. I wonder if I have Leo in my sign. Do you have any Leo in yours?
um, let's see.
Nope. I don't got none. No wonder I'm so unsure of myself.
I do. Leo is in my seventh house with Jupiter. Um, so idealism, optimism, expansion, very philosophical. Jupiter in Leo means you grow and find understanding through magnanimity, and inspiring confidence, thinking big, and feeling good about yourself. It's in your seventh house, meaning you find success through close relationships and long term partnerships.
Cool. Glad you said it because I was going to talk about Jupiter at all. I didn't see. Um, anyways, detriment of Saturn. So Leo is in the polarity with the fixed air sign Aquarius. Dun dun dun. Um, so Leo is ruled by the sun, whereas Aquarius is classically ruled by Saturn. So Leo likes to express, conquer, and perform. Aquarius likes to test, judge, and set boundaries. Where when in the opposite sign of his preferred home, Saturn is said to be in detriment or at sort of disadvantage in the bold sign of the lion. Imagine the stern planetary god of time, trials, and discipline thrust into a world of drama, pride, and passion. Leo tends to be a sign associated with pride, vanity, and youth, where Saturn is associated with wisdom, restraint, and eldership, two very opposite phases of life. Positioned in the sign, Saturn would have to compensate, presenting in those born with Saturn in Leo as those who need to learn how to strike a balance by being discerning and disciplined when expressing themselves. It may result in them either inhibiting their more theatrical nature or in implying great discipline in their artistic or leadership abilities, becoming their own hardest critic. That is dangerous. Becoming your own hardest critic. That is mentally very dangerous. So
Yeah.
be careful of that if you're going to do that. Holy shit. The Leo house rulership. So uh, Leo's assigned the fifth house of children, good fortune, and creativity since its bold, childlike enthusiasm is similar to the way of the fifth house. And it indicates what themes a person will be drawn to when seeking pleasure, expression, and inspiration. Since Leo is ruled by the sun, this modern astrology system invites a radiant solar subsignature, to the significance of the fifth house. So, yeah, there you go. It's also, well, that's modern astrology. And classical astrology, its planetary ruler, the sun, was said to find its joy, quote unquote, in the ninth house of quote unquote God or spirituality, higher learning, and foreign travel of the birth chart. This is related to the sun classically being considered the light that is central to life and growth, that illuminates all that is hidden and that clarifies our perceptions. The sun is able to joyfully express its more radiant, life giving offerings here, giving those born with the sun in the ninth house natural confidence. Often being great teachers themselves, this placement makes them great seekers of knowledge and truth. There you go. Some characteristics. So, Leo's archetype traits are derived from its active masculine or yang qualities, making the sign oriented towards the assertive engagement with the outer world. So, this is alive in both Leo women and men. Those born with the sun god as their rising sun or moon sign have radiant energy in their core personality, like the solar power in the heart of summer. As a fixed sign, the lion holds the qualities of being a sustainer, making those with Leo in their charts great at dedicating themselves passionately to projects as well as taking leadership and inspiring their team. Ruled by the sun, these natives can be thought of as the performers of the zodiac, that will courageously set themselves in the center of any dynamic. So I feel like it's not necessarily like performers in terms of like theatrics or in like acting wise. I feel like it can set yourself, you can put yourself in any like friend group, like you can mold
Yeah.
yourself to any friend group, which I mean, yes, that goes for theatrics. Like you have to be a good actor, you have to be able to put yourself in that person's role and head and all of that. So yeah, it can go for acting wise too, but when they talk about performing, they're not necessarily saying it's all about like entertainment purposes. It's talking about like you don't have to be XYZ to be in this group. Like you could just be yourself and you're going to fit in, kind of thing. Their strengths are that they're natural born leaders, uh, uh, with their primary strengths of courage and confidence. They are born with that sunny solar disposition and they find it easy to feel happy and enthusiastic and optimistic.
Mhm.
Where? In this lifetime? When embarking on their journeys and endeavors in life, those with strong, well supported Leo chart placements rarely question themselves and can usually access a strong baseline of self assertiveness. I feel like that might be the case. However, you need to have a strong personal, healthy relationship with people around you, people in your life, and with yourself. And that goes with anybody. I think you can
Yeah.
have a great, you know, strong baseline of self assertiveness with yourself as long as, you got that healthy mental health.
Yeah. Mental health can affect all of these things in various ways.
Yeah. This is just what it's stated. Leos have a great sense of pride and loyalty, and if you let them shine in your world and give them the praise and adoration that makes them feel alive, they will be a friend for life. So, being so confident and optimistic themselves, they tend to see their friends and loved ones through the same lens, encouraging their abilities and self confidence as well. In enjoying life pleasures and wealth, they tend to be very generous with others, showing love and appreciation with fine gifts and experiences. Leadership is a natural strength for the sign in the sense that they can be a figurehead or representative of an idea, a group philosophy, project, or movement. Unless their charts lend other more earthly placements, their leadership strong suit will not necessarily be administrative, but rather inspirational, keeping everyone connected to a message and purpose through their motivating presence. So those born with a strong Leo placements will be artistic and express their fiery nature through body movement as well as being active, stimulating in those very bold art forms. Leo's connection with royalty and rulership lends a regal and magnanimous presence to the embodiment of those born under the lion sign. But with strengths, you must have your weaknesses. So, um, those weaknesses of Leos are actually rooted in their great strengths. So they can get passionately fixed, quote unquote, in their opinions and principles and proudly fight and defend those long after um, they like what? What did I write? I don't know. I don't understand the grammar that I wrote. uh, Fixed in their opinions or principles and proudly defend these long after they even believe in them anymore.
So like they're gonna stick to it even once they know that they're wrong. Like
Okay. Yes. What? Why did
it's
I write it
weirdly
like that?
written, but I get it.
What? Anyways. Okay. Um because of their great pride and loyalty, it's difficult for them to admit when they are wrong or being too hasty on a subject. Shit. Anyways, a helpful practice for this is an overly dominant or overly self-centered Leo nature can be to engage in an active listening and taking time to consider another's point of view. The Leo hunger to be in the limelight can make them rather ruthless and self-serving, making it important for them to remember the people that supported their ascension to success along the way. So doing this might help them stay grounded. At the core of Leo type personality imbalances is a surprising vulnerability and insecurity that others may not see because of the way they project confidence, regardless of how they may be feeling. It points to a potential of overdependency on compliments, soothing, and assurance from friends and family that can be exhausting and unrealistic for all parties to sustain. This is the anxiety Chloe was talking about. The deepest pitfalls for Leo can be their own vanity and jealousy, which are intrinsically linked. In need to have constant assurance and attention from their lovers, loved ones, or friends, they can become deeply jealous and competitive with anyone who tries to share the affections of those they care about. This is an important message to teach Leo children. There is enough love in the world for everyone, and everyone needs a chance to shine. I will say though that like the Leo in my life does not attempt to outshine. Like I'll sit there and say like your Leo energy showing or whatever, and then it's not it's not like bad when I say that. Like I don't, like when someone says like, "Oh,
Right.
that's a Leo," like it's always negative, but like I don't say it like negatively because she doesn't make it. She doesn't make it negative.
Right.
Like when I first found out she was a Leo, I was like, Leo. But it's never been negative. I've honestly seen worse people that aren't Leos that have acted like Leos. but um but yeah, the so their voice of authority and confidence and zeal for life comes forward in their mantra, I will. So they have a sense of purpose for conquering obstacles, getting that victory, and then rising up in the ranks. So whether they're performers or achievers, they want to move into that center stage of life to lead and inspire others. So that's where that mantra, I will, comes from. So, like, wherever you have Leo in your birth chart, you can find that specific area of your life, and that is more than likely going to be the area that you approach with confidence or in that like a generous way, or where you need to, like, that's where your solar energy goes to, like, in mastery. um, Leos have a sense of pride and confidence um, in terms of work, but they also need to have something that gives them a sense of creativity and performance to be fulfilling. Because of that limelight or that performing type ability, they need something along those lines to kind of help them challenge themselves in their movement in their space. Being behind a desk would not be fun um, unless it's an art table. Have at it. Um, they just want to have something that they can have movement in their life, not like sedentary lifestyle. Um, and because they want to have that like send that inspiration and that confidence in their work, they want to be able to use that to not necessarily to rule, but to be that leader, to like inspire others to be like a better person or a better worker or like better leader in other ways. um Natural career fit for them would be in many of the facets of the political world, be fucking decent person before you go into the political world, though. The performative worlds of theater, film, dance, and the music industry, um, while holding naturally challenging and stimulating avenues of expression, those are great placements for, that strong expressive Leo. Fine art, such as sculpture, culture. What? I'm trying to say culture, and it's coming out sculpture. Culture shaping statements like sculptures, performance art, or color art of those things. God damn it. Fashion design, um, and all of that. Um, cats, cats. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm done. I swear
Words
to
are
God.
hard.
Yeah, Leos uh, tend to be active. Now, whether they like to be active is another story. But like all great cats, are very proud of their appearance. They like to teach others how to optimize their beauty. So, like, teaching them how to do beauty stuff, or they like to sit at home and do beauty stuff, or learn about health or learn about fitness and blah, 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 blah. They also like luxury and finer things in life, but that costs money. So, Leos are very good at creating that for themselves. So, you live the life of luxury, you're also going to be good at getting that finer things in life. Just be aware of what you're doing, though. Make sure it's ethical. Um, because, and because of the confidence and charisma that Leos exhibit, they're natural motivational speakers and life coaches. So those are also great options for them. And honestly, motivational speaking and life coaching is not necessary. I wouldn't say it's difficult, but it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, look, this is kind of what I experienced doing this. This is what I experienced doing that. This is what I did. This is what you can do. Like it's therapy without getting the credentials. honestly. Some Leo compatibility, and then we'll talk about some health, the deacons, and then the tarot cards. Um, so Leos are fire sign, and they find great affinity with all the other fire signs. So Aries and Sagittarius. They can all handle its heat and are individualistic enough to not have to compete for Leo's spotlight. Two Leos have the potential to be a great match as they understand each other's needs and motivations and are drawn to the same creative pursuits. However, drama could arise because they are both drama queens, Accord- but not necessarily drama queens. Um, just great rivalry, basically. Air signs, me. Air signs bring a natural complementary energy to Leo as air feeds fire. Hint, hint, Chloe. I feed you compliments all day, every day. Air feeds the fire, stroking it. No, 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 stoking it to grow and for it to grow and become more alive. So Gemini and Libra bring a playfulness, sociability, and curiosity to Leo's love of pleasure and celebration. Ruled by Saturn, Aquarius brings discernment, thoughtfulness, and objectivity to this proud and solar ruled sign, and together they potentially have an opposites attracts connection that can be either magnetic or polarizing. Leo teaches Aquarius to get out of their head and live in the moment, to put themselves first, while Aquarius teaches Leo the benefits of patience, time tested knowledge, and considering all sides of the argument. I was doing that with Chloe the other day. She was talking to a guy, and communication was just not there. And I was like, well, okay, put your needs out there. Like, tell him this is what you want, and then kind of go from there. If he's not giving you any give, like, then okay, then you're done. Like, just kind of like not completely red flagging it, but like not taking it completely off the table. And then um she was like mad. She was like, oh, of course he didn't fucking come and blah blah blah. And then I did this. I was like, but look on the bright side of things. What are some bright side of things of the dude not coming over? Of like you like blocking him and not talking to him. And she goes, my house is clean. I was like, your house is clean. How does that make your anxiety feel? She goes, pretty good, I guess. I was like, exactly. Fuck this dude. Your house is clean. Your anxiety feels better. That's the opposite side of why this dude's not coming over. Think of the bright side. And she goes, yeah, you're right. That's kind of decent. And I was like, gotta think of the bright side, man. I don't think of the bright side ever, but you gotta think of the bright side. Anyways, water signs. Water signs have the biggest challenge when relating to the lion. So even though they bring that vulnerability and that emotional intelligence to keep cool and counterbalance to Leo's proud, self-focused, and reactive tendencies, there's going to be some problems. Cancer will be very good at caring for Leo, but may prefer to stay in when Leo wants to go out. Pisces will potentially be a great creative collaborator for Leo, but maybe too sensitive and private to fully enjoy Leo's performative world. Mars ruled Scorpio can bring that sexual potency to a relationship with Leo, but Leo's jealous tendencies and Scorpio's possessive nature, this is very, very bad. Don't do it. So for that to work, you both need to both needs to be handled with awareness and emotional maturity for it to like actually work out. Earth signs. Earth signs can potentially stabilize their dramatic nature, with Capricorn, the authoritative cardinal Earth sign, having that fortitude to stand their ground in the face of the demands. Taurus, although a kindred soul and loving life's pleasures and beauty, is just as stubborn and unwilling to compromise as Leo can be, making this match a hard one to navigate. Shocker. Virgo may be too demure and focused on doing things perfectly to enjoy the scrutiny of Leo's onstage life. So, in general, this sign joins forces with Earth signs in work. They can cover a lot of ground together, with Earth signs offering the practicality and dependability to collaborate and help support Leo's bold campaigns and ideas. But yeah. Um, Herbal allies are hawthornberry. It helps support, not help support. It's being helpful, supportive, and healing for the heart. It has a lot of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties, so it's good for the heart, cardiac tissue, all that good stuff. Rose hips, they contain vitamin C and flavonoids that promote immunity and calm inflammation. And they also can strengthen the walls of the arteries and the connective tissue in the body. Horsetail is an example of a Saturnian, yes, plant, bringing the medicine of the antipathy. How do I say that? Antipathy.
Antipathy, I believe.
I said that right the first time, and I decided to go Midwest with it. Antipathy
Oh no.
to Leo's solar constitution. It's rich in minerals and silica, so it strengthens bones and connective tissues, and it helps support that strong, active body. The first deacon of Leo is Saturn, so degree 0 to 9 is ruled by Saturn. The second deacon of Leo is Jupiter, so from degrees 10 to 19 is Jupiter. The third deacon of Leo is Mars, so degrees 20 through 29 are ruled by Mars. And they all have like their own little mini things, so depending on where you fall in on your birth chart will depend on what it means. I'm not going to get into it because a lot of people don't have their birth charts done, and that's just a lot of work. Because what wasn't it like a 2-hour thing for you to get your birth chart done?
It was an hour.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. So the tarot cards. So Leo tarot cards, the major arcana is strength. It's technically it correlates to the number 8. It depicts a lion being calmly and gently subdued by a graceful, confident character. It speaks to the sense of true inner strength and courage when we bring our primal passions into balance and harmony. It normally appears when we need to take some kind of action in our life that may require some force or initiative from us to get it off the ground, all of that kind of stuff. To be that, like, give that bold, decisive. It's got 3 minor arcanas, and they're all wands, 5, 6, and 7 of wands. So it goes for the Saturn and Leo, Jupiter and Leo, and Mars and Leo. So the 5 of wands is Saturn and Leo. It's the strife card, basically. It explores how there is no limit to the scope of strife. It was a sub signature of Saturn and was referred to in the Book of Thoth as the card of strife. So it appears when we might be feeling a bit of angst and unrest. So afraid of youthful, unbounded energy. The 6 of Wands corresponds to the Jupiter in Leo, so the second deacon. This is referred to the Book of Thoth as the card of victory. This card appears when we are about to take on a new challenge or quest, feeling supportive and assured by our previous victories. It shows the stabilization of energy and a completely balanced manifestation. 7 of Wands is Mars and Leo. It corresponds to the third deacon or the face of Leo. It carries the sub signature of Mars and was referred to the Book of Thoth as valor. This dynamic card appears when we need to suddenly stand up and fight for what we believe in, yet are also facing the consequences of past actions. So it's like the departure from equilibrium. So, like, fighting the in between, all of that. So that's a little bit about Leo. So one last thing, they're famous Leos. And guess what? They're all actors. Well, except one, maybe two. Um, Jennifer Lopez, Meghan Markle. She technically was an actress. Now she's a princess. Well, was a princess, I guess. I don't know. Duchess. Daniel Radcliffe, Barack Obama, Jason Momoa, Jennifer Lawrence, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ben Affleck. Oh, Ben Affleck to Jennifer Lopez. Well, no wonder their marriage is on the rocks. Leos. Madonna, of course. Sandra Bullock, Helen Mirren, Maya Rudolph, Mick Jagger, Charlize Theron, Demi Lovato, Elizabeth Moss, Halle Berry, Terry Crews, love him. Whitney Houston, Chris Hemsworth, love him too. Kylie Jenner, don't love her. Lisa Kudrow, Shawn Mendes, and Lawrence Fishburne.
Nice.
I feel like all famous Zodiacs are all going to be like actors and actresses, but like that specifically, that was a list of actors.
Yeah.
Like, 2 non-actors. So yeah, that's a little
But
bit
even
about
then,
Leo.
one of those was a politician, and I feel like they're basically actors.
True though. And the other one's a musician, so
Yeah.
but yeah, there you go.
Yay!
Okay, well, go tell your Leo that you appreciate them and whatever in their life to make them feel warm and fuzzy inside. And until next time.
Bye!